as if I needed any more 2D anime boys to simp over. Here we are. Another Watami game. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Kilos and Cosplay. My name is Sydney, and today we're going to be talking about this new game that I've just been in love with, because the boys are just so pretty. So pretty. And I am like obsessed with anything like Mystic Messenger. Mystic Messenger is like my favorite thing in the world. I love getting to feel like I'm interacting with these boys and pretending that I have love sent my way. It's fun though. It's so fun. It consumes my life. Soon I'm gonna have to start going and giving some confessions, because I just can't stop simping. I can't stop with these impure thoughts when it comes to these pretty boys. Girls, you already know. Boys too, I mean, anyone's welcome. So, this new game is called Love Unholyc, and it's literally like Mystic Messenger. You get, this one you only get about 3 boys, but it looks like there's like more options later on, but the main 3, and they become your partners. So this is kind of almost like a more, I would say, kinkier, gothic, spooky, magical, vampire-esque vibe with this one. And like, you have this butler, he's super hot too, like, but pretty much you are in Unholyc. You are, it's like you're like a weird love child of the devil and humans or something. So you get to possess this power and you get to become immortal. So pretty much with this though, you have to have this week-long lead up to your pretty much coming of age party to become an official Unholyc. And so your goal is to seek out a partner, and you know what you're doing with that partner. You know why you're seeking them out? For some fun loving. That's the main goal. And you just happen to stumble upon these 3 beautiful boys, and they all agree to your contract because you helped them to be your partners. And whoo, them pictures be a little spicy. It's like they're trying to keep like kind of a PG spice. But it is rated for 12 up, and I would very, very strongly disagree with it being 12 plus with some of the nature of the content that is talked about. I would almost say at the most 16 and over, maybe even 17 and older, maybe even 18, honestly, because it talks about like sexual toys, and one of the boys is very obsessed with like a gag ball and all those kind of things. So I feel like if you're not even old enough to buy those things, I don't think you should be playing this game, because it's like they're trying to have kind of that extra bit, and one of the characters, like, you never see it, but his like thing when he's at home is he likes to be naked. Like, this is the impure Mystic Messenger. So honestly, I would strongly disagree and advise them to raise that, because no, I really don't think 12-year-olds should be exposed to that. It's like, you talk about things you want to do with them, and it's like, no, 12-year-olds. So through this, you have different obstacles you have to get through each and every day in order to get to the end and to get to the good ending. I will say this game was kind of more difficult than Mystic Messenger because it wasn't very clear, but to be fair, this game is brand new. I just advise you to give them some grace and follow them on Twitter if you happen to have a Twitter, because they update when new things are coming out. And soon we are gonna have season 2, and that's kind of why I wanted to make like a video talking about tips and tricks and stuff for this game, because I don't really see many people talking about it. So if you are interested, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks, but season 2 is coming out. I mean, look at these guys. Look at them. Masterpieces. And I will say, I'm a big fan of Soul. That's because Jumin is my main boy. Mystic Messenger, I love him. I simp real hard for him. So I just love that he looks like him. And to be fair, a lot of the characters do kind of have similar traits, as like just like touch more in a kinky sense with Love Unholy. Love Unholy C. So it is, so if you do like Mystic Messenger and you kind of want a more spicy version, I would definitely check it out. Because like Soul is Jumin. Leo, I would compare to Zen because he's like more of a model, long-haired, pretty boy. Hi, I would say, like, very loosely comparing a kinky Yusung, because he's kind of got like that baby boy, cutesy vibe. So that's the only reason I'm comparing the two. But if I had to, he'd probably be the closest. And Suji, she's just this chick that gets thrown in, is such a wannabe, like Jahi. She could never though. She could never reach Jahi's level. Jahi's in like a whole different dimension. And Jahi doesn't suck. Jahi's freaking fantastic. I love her. Suji, absolutely trash. And I'm kind of disappointed that they made the girl kind of trash, because I think it's fun to have the other girl involved. But what can you do? There is another girl, but she's like your friend, and she just kind of shows up, so that's close as you get to that. So, we're gonna get into the tips and tricks that I have for you for this game, because it was kind of hard to navigate and figure out when I first got into it, so hopefully this helps you guys. Step 1, start at midnight. I didn't know you had to. So I missed some video chats, because that's another thing that they offer in here that Mystic Messenger doesn't, is like video chat, so it feels like, you know, you're actually getting to like FaceTime them pretty much. They also have calls and pictures and stuff like that, and it's just kind of like a cute little story to follow. Cute in a sense, but yeah, it is like a cute little story. But yeah, if you want to actually see those little video clips, start at midnight. Number 2, save your game right after the prologue. That way, if something goes wrong, because you can actually fail like immediately, you don't have to go all the way back or start back through the long kind of intro story. So save that right away. My tip number 3 is stay consistent with the boys, because you're going to need to almost be kind of consistently flirting with all of them to pass certain days. Like on day 4, you need to have pretty good like levels with both Leo and Hai, and you also have to be hitting specific like actual chat logs, or like the correct answer in the chat logs, in order to move on and get past a bad ending. So just a heads up. I'm also going to link down below the one that I use, so I didn't want to miss and fail, because I was like lost. I felt very confused. So if you want something to kind of guide you, I will link that down below for you. And then in order to pass day 6, you need to be good with Soul. Tip number 4. Day 1, don't let William delete your game. Day 4 is very, very critical. Do not talk to the voice. There will be a voice that will try to get you to speak pretending to be William or somebody. Do not respond to it, because you will fail right then and there. And then so on and so forth. Like on day 4, like a conversation you have with whoever will affect what happens to a conversation you have later. So it's like you have to make sure you are on point with everything, because sometimes you won't even know if you're failing until way later in the game, and you don't want that. So right now I'm going to talk about some spoilers, so if you don't want to know what happens in the end, click out now. But what was that ending? That ending kind of made me mad, even though it was like the good ending. One, I didn't get to bang the dude I wanted to. My friend banged me instead, and I thought about the boy that I wanted. I'm just really confused why that happened. And again, why it should not be rated 12 and on, like 12 plus. No 12-year-old should be there. And then all my boys almost get killed and I start over. Like, I'm still so confused by the ending, and I just need season 2 right now, so I know what's going on. Overall with this game, it can be a little wild and unclear at times, like what's going on, whether it be from the language barrier or whatever. Again, still just want to give them so much grace and try not to like overly compare it with Mystic Messenger, because you can tell these people put so much work into it, and there are still a lot of different little like bits and pieces. And again, Mystic Messenger is at least what, 3 or 4 years old, or I don't know how old it is, but it's had its time to work out its kinks and develop its own style, whereas this company is kind of doing it as it goes. And I'm super excited to see what's going to come. I think this can end up being a super fantastic game and really be a good competitor with Mystic Messenger, and kind of take you on a different story if you're kind of bored of the other stories. So if you are interested in more anime content, or you want to see me do a playthrough of this game, go ahead and subscribe and let me know in the comments, because I don't know if people still are into like playthroughs, but I'll definitely do it if anybody is interested. I just need to know. But alright, go ahead and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, let me know if you are going to play this game or if you have, and I will catch you guys next Sunday, because I upload every single